If you have a product idea or a business that you've been dying to start, but you just don't know how, it's for you. I have been working with so many different AI tools for the past couple of years now with my consulting firm and with different design clients. And the ability to bring your idea or your business to life is now possible in just a few hours. And I'm going to show you exactly how. So all we're going to use is ChatGPT and Canva. So to start, we are going to come from the angle that we don't have an idea, but we really want to try some of these tools, or we want to just see what it would be like to not have an idea, but create a company in just a couple of hours. So I am on ChatGPT. I am a Plus user, which has so many benefits. So I highly recommend paying for the upgrade. I think it's like $20, and it is by far the best $20 I spend on a monthly basis. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump in here and say, what are some product ideas that have been neglected in the grocery store with high margins, a need for improvement, can be reimagined, and have a large total addressable market size. So the reason I asked the question like this is because if I was starting a business, I want all these things. I want high margins. I want room for innovation. I want a broad audience. And I want to find products that have been neglected or maybe are outdated. So let's go through the list, see what they say. So bouillon cubes, powdered drink mixes, boxed cake, dessert mixes, pasta sauces, shelf-stable breads, egg substitutes, pickles, seasoned popcorn, puff snacks, flavored butters, instant grains. Okay, I can immediately see some ideas for instant grains or rice or lentils. Okay, so immediately this is the first time I've asked this question. I am going to instant grains and boxed cake or dessert mixes. I can see a high protein bag, microwavable cake type option. But I think I want to do the instant grains because this one I actually kind of want. I want healthy instant grains, rice, lentils that are fun and creative. So I think right now, if you go to the grocery store, you see leading brands being super colorful and creative and using obviously social media as a big driver. And who's on social media? It's the younger generations. And what do we want? We want fun packaging. So I see an opportunity because when I think of instant grains at the grocery store, I think it's like Uncle Ben's, and I don't even know the other brands. So I don't have a immediate brand recognition. And I think that's a good opportunity for this. So let's see. Okay. All I do is I take this and I copy it and I say, let's go with 10. I want to reimagine instant grains that are extremely healthy, no preservatives. And immediately I'm thinking, okay, well, what would I actually want in this product? I like to eat healthy. I don't like a lot of preservatives. I want it to be organic. I want it high protein. So can we incorporate these call outs in a product like this? High protein, easy to use, and colorful packaging. Let's create a concept outline. So that's all I do. So it gives me an idea and then I say, let's run with it. So there it goes. We want something that's modern, nutritious, globally inspired, super brandable. Here's our high level outline. So immediately now we're on 2 prompts. We've got working names, tagline ideas, product format, product line, different flavor profiles, key value propositions, target audiences, packaging direction, pricing margins, launch ideas. Oh my gosh. This is totally awesome. Okay, so let's see. Let's start with the brand name. Which one do we like the most? Grain and Glow, Zest Grains, Rooted, Quinoa, Global, Kindle Grains, Pulse. Let's do global. I like that. Let's go with global. That's actually kind of clever. And then for a tagline, global grains, instant gains, wholesome bowls in minutes, heat stir glow, fast food, finally good for you. Ooh, I like that. I'm gonna go with this one. I think it's a little bit easier to say. So that's the tagline. Product format, let's do shelf stable pouches and add hot water or microwave for 60 to 90 seconds. Plain flavor, add your own seasoning type of thing. And then I want all of these things. I want high protein, no preservatives, plant-based, shelf stable, and backpack ready. So I'm going to copy these. I don't want to worry about the global flavors right now since we're keeping it plain, so I'm going to take that one out. I want the audience, and as you can see, I'm just kind of throwing this all into the chat so it knows what I'm calling out and what I like from each section. Target audience, I want all of these. Like, I think this product could be for any of these people. Packaging direction, bold, vibrant colors, illustrated patterns, QR code leading to, let's do Instagrammable, vibrant colors, bold, vibrant colors. We're just going to leave it on that. Illustrated patterns or graphics. Let's say make them fun. Ooh, compostable pouches. Can we make those microwavable? That would be awesome. Instagrammable, strong brand voice. Colorful, nutritious. Okay, so here's the direction we're going to go with this because right now we're just coming up with the actual product idea, product concept, and the packaging. So that's what I'm throwing back at it so it knows what I liked from the information it gave me and what to remember when it comes up with concepts or any messaging or product packaging going forward. Okay, so now it's creating a brand concept one-pager. Global, fast food, finally good for you. Global is redefining instant grains with a clean, protein-packed, and plant-powered twist designed for busybodies and bold tastes. Or just add water bowls, fuel your day without compromising flavor, ingredients, or your vibe. Why it wins, plain and powerful, no junk, gut-friendly, shelf-stable. Who's it for? Packaging. Amazing. Awesome. Willful. Okay, so now we have some really good ideas. Let's bring this to life and see what it can come up with. Look at the pouch and label with a strong, creative, bold packaging, branding, and graphics or drawings. Make the pouch big enough to include information on the brand, product, key value props, and the brand voice. So now I'm saying it's time to come up with the package, but make sure you remember these points. And I want it to, again, remember the brand voice and tone that we're going for, the colors, the vibe, but also like let's tie in the key value propositions of what our globals offer to make sure that people can instantly identify what globals are and why they're healthy and easy to use. So now it's just going to take a few minutes to come up with product packaging. So as soon as that's done, we'll come back. Okay, we're back. This looks so bad, which is so funny because it's totally a hit or miss and you never know what you're going to get. But it gives us something to go off of. So we're going to tell it, not quite the vision, but we'll get there. So say this looks horrible. Way too much text and chaotic components. I can't clearly see what it is, what food it is, or what type of grains. Try again, but make it simpler, more organic, and clearly convey the value prop in as few words as possible. Highlight the amount of protein, fiber, calories, etc. Oh, I should have said, and how to make it, but I didn't. So maybe it'll get it, and if not, we'll do it on the next one. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and we have a much better direction. So I'm liking this. This is not perfect, but it's on the right tracks. We have global, fast food, finally good for you. 10 grams plant gut friendly, just add water, shelf stable. I like this. I like this direction a lot. This is atypical of what you'll see on the grocery store shelves and on the right track. I think this just goes to show you that we now have an entire product concept outline. We even have like ingredient ideas, recipe ideas. We have, general pricing and margin strategy. And it's only been maybe 20 minutes. This has traditionally taken hundreds of hours, a team to bring all of these concepts to life and just like do the research. And that's an aside. Back to the packaging. I like this. So let's go back to some of the options. I want to do, I think it's getting confused on what the actual grain is. So let's do chickpea and brown rice. So let's make it the version, remove the text at the bottom entirely and replace it with the concise instructions in a more visual format. So I'm hoping it's going to gather that I want it to be more like icons or graphics of like open, pour, microwave kind of thing. Call out the specific grains, protein specific amount. Let's say it's 18 grams protein per serving, so it knows. Make sure the fast food tagline is smaller and put the, I don't think I'll understand how that small, we'll just make it small. Okay. So it's going to redo it one more time. We'll see what we get. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, this I love. Like, I love everything about this. They slightly changed the logo, which is fine. They added the actual grain. Fast food. This is like super cute to me. Obviously you have some artifacts that are going to be wrong. But you can easily change that with, Photoshop, Canva, etc. You can also try changing it. So I'm going to say we need to improve this section. It's a little wonky. And it needs to incorporate the following instructions. Add hot water in microwave for 90 seconds. Stir, glow, enjoy, and glow. I'm hoping that it'll keep everything else the same. And this is where you have a complete toss-up because you're not just taking that and editing it in Photoshop. The one thing about these prototypes is that it's very realistic in terms of the shadowing and the way that the package is maybe bent or molded to the product. So you're going to have all of these like realistic, wrinkles in the packaging, which is amazing, but it also makes editing it quickly a little bit more difficult unless you're very experienced in, Photoshop or Illustrator. So that's why I'm asking ChatGPT to fix it. If I was a master in Photoshop, which I'm not, then I would just go fix it. But it still has some work to do. And I can't get the angling right of the text or, the graphics. And so that's why I just have ChatGPT try and do it for me. So I'll be back in a minute. We'll see if it does what it's supposed to do. Okay, so it did it. This is actually pretty cute. So we have global fast food, finally good for you, chickpea and brown rice, slightly nutty, high fiber blank canvas for spice lovers. I don't know if I love that. That's a little too wordy. We have like an example of what it is. 18 grams plant protein. I don't like all the different colors. That's wonky. Add water and microwave for 90 seconds. Enjoy and glow. Okay, so it's definitely on the right track and I'm very impressed. So now what I would do is, again, there's like some slightly wonky things, and this is where I would attempt to transfer it into Canva, which I'm going to show you, and try and edit it. So let's move it in. So what we do is we download it, and then we're going to jump over to Canva. New design. I'm going to do 7.5 by 10 inches. That's what I found kind of matches the size of the generated images from ChatGPT. And now we are going to drop in the download. Okay, so we have the download, and this, the first thing I'm going to do, let's see, enjoy and glow. I don't like those two little things. They look out of place. So I'm going to try and edit it. So I'm going to try and use the magic eraser to remove these two little items. Okay, not too bad. I don't love this text. I'm not sure how it's going to do erasing this much. Let's try it out. Either works or it doesn't. Be great if it worked. Okay, not bad. The coloring down here is a little off. It's not terrible. Okay, perfect. So the reason I did that is because we're going to add our own text in. 18 grams, microwave, enjoy and glow. Okay, not bad. I wish this, like, the height matched this a little bit better, but it's okay. So not bad for a AI generated packaging mockup. This flower is kind of awkward, but it looks a little too complicated to fix right now. And since this is just what we're doing in a couple of hours, I'm going to leave it. So now I'm going to add some new messaging for the text. I'm going to jump back into ChatGPT and say, what is another copy idea that you can come up with for the main value proposition? What things should we call out the most? And right now I'm trying to come up with a better copy or message for this section. So let's see, top priorities to emphasize instant convenience, protein. So protein's already highlighted. We haven't highlighted, no junk, gut friendly, flavor optionality, planet conscious, portable and shelf stable. So I kind of like the no junk, instant convenience, cleanest bowl in the game. I like that. Gut-friendly grains and zero preservatives. I like this. So I'm going to remember that. I like that, but that's more for advertisements. Quick to make, easy to love, powered by plants. I like that. Preservatives, no prep, no problem. So the reason I like this is because it instantly defines the value proposition and also some of our core values in it being healthy for you and zero preservatives. So I'm just going to use this as an example for right now. And I'm going to try and find a text that's similar. And this is where you're going to have to get creative and test a little bit. But I'm going to copy that or paste it into here. I'm going to do separate it, zero preservatives. As you can see, the layout is kind of awkward, but it's going to have to work. So now we're going to find a font that matches. I can ask ChatGPT what font it used, but I'm just going to use this for simplicity. And then to find the color that matches, I'm going to use this lighter purple. That doesn't look good, so I'm going to try another color. Should we do white? That looks a little too intense. Let's try. Not bad, but I think it should be more of the yellow that's in the label or in the logo. Okay, not terrible. Let's back up. What did it use on the... It used the dark purple, so let's try that. Okay, that's fine. So as you can see, the layout's kind of awkward. If, I was designing all of these components individually, I'd probably have this, called out in a sticker or centered better, but I don't. So, and then lastly, 8 grams of plant protein. I don't like that color of the 18, but I'm not sure what text it uses, so I might just create a new overlay sticker to create my own text. And then I kind of just match it up. To make it easy. Over that, nice. I'm going to use the same blue because I think it does a nice job tying it in. Then I'm going to use the same text here. It's going to see 18 grams plant protein. Center it. Is that what? Yeah. To decrease the line. Make it a little bit tighter. Okay. There we go. Change the color. Make it the bright yellow. And there we go. We have better layout and coloration for that little call out. Okay, so now you see how I quickly edited it in Canva. So now we have a concept for globals, which I think is really cute. So what I do is I save this as a PNG just to make sure that I have it somewhere. And then I can use this back in ChatGPT to create ads or other mock-ups for different types of images or posts, social media, that kind of thing. And voila, we have our first packaging / product mock-up for globals, which we just came up with and created the concept for about 40 minutes ago. And this is what we already have. Like, how awesome. I would love to go buy this at my local grocery store right now. I totally would. So this is 100% an idea that I would actually bring to life. From here, there's a million different things we can do. I was going to incorporate more topics into this video, but I think that there's actually probably a 3 or 4 part series here. So if you want part 2 of what I would do next in terms of where I would take the brand or the product concepts, like this video, and I will come back with part 2. Let me know if you have any other ideas or questions that you want me to answer in the comments, and I will be back with part 2 soon. See ya!